Hello, and welcome to what for many of you is going to be your first virtual lecture in our class Biology of a Pandemic. Um, I hope that you're as excited as I am. But we have our first assignment today. So I think the first thing I should do is just talk about how do you find the assignment? What am I supposed to do? So I'll probably have a number of these where I essentially record me explaining something while you should take notes on it. So your part in this is to take the notes and to listen to the video. So I'm going to go through it. You can already see it on my screen. We need to get you this document, and you're going to go through and fill it out digitally. I'm even going to model that process for you as I explain the different things as well. So the first thing is to get this. This is on Canvas. You can download it and you can open it on your Chromebook or your computer. It's a Microsoft Word file, but you can put it on your Google Drive and open it in Drive. The formatting will, of course, probably experience some issues, but I don't care about that, honestly. As long as you have the answers there, it doesn't have to look super pretty. Um, so get that right now. Stop the video. Go get the thing. Are you back with the thing open in front of you, ready to write some stuff on it? Okay, cool. So we're going to talk today in the very beginning here. I have a question. Here we are in a global pandemic, and COVID-19 has no cure. This is the thing about it being a brand new uh, disease that it transspeciated, so it didn't exist in humans before, and so we have nothing prepared to fight it. Scientists are scrambling to do this. It's a huge area of research and development right now. But right now, there's no medicine that kills the virus that is really effective. So how then do 97% of people actually, end up not dying? Like why if there's no medicine really, if most of what doctors are doing is just keeping people alive, how do they, not end up succumbing to the virus eventually? Yeah, I'm gonna wait while you think about it. The answer is, inherent in this question. How do we get sick, and then how do we get better, right? And most of the time for viral infections, you don't get medicine. You eventually overcome it by them just supporting your general health. And then your immune system is what actually does it. The immune system is a system of special cells and processes in your body that protect you from disease. You can think of it like your own personal army that keeps pathogens out. It is at constant war with different things trying to get into your body. But a big thing about this is that you have 70 trillion cells, and half of them aren't cells that your body that are your actual own cells, right? So how does your immune system know like which ones to kill, which ones belong to you, and which ones are not you but okay because they help you, and which ones are not you and enemies and need to be destroyed? So how does your immune system know if a cell is one of yours? And this is key in understanding the way the viruses work and the way that the immune system works. The most basic thing is that, how do cells talk to each other? And it's through the cell membrane. It has all these different proteins in it. Yes, I want you to take that blank right there and turn it into the word protein, right? See all these proteins over here? They all have different jobs. But the ones that we're going to talk about right now are recognition proteins, which are called antigens. And antigens. What does it mean? It's a recognition protein. It's a receptor on your cell's surface that your cell uses to communicate. And in particular, really important, our antigens can be like ID cards for cells. Just like you are issued an official document that says that you belong to the organization, right? Like I have this to show that I am a teacher at the school, right? And only teachers at the school should probably have this. And if somebody were to ever ask me to prove that I belong there, I can take this out. Well, cells have the same thing, but instead of a piece of plastic, it's an actual protein that's embedded in their cell membranes. Pretty cool, huh? Right? Like antigens are awesome. And your recognition proteins are different than the proteins on other people's cells, and of course very different from those on other organisms. But how does it actually work, right? Like how does a protein talk to another protein on a cell? We're talking about communication at a level that we can't readily comprehend. Well, it's simple mechanics, really. Antigens are different shapes. They're kind of like keys, right? So, it fits into a lock. The immune system cells, they have matching shapes on the proteins of their cell membranes, and they fit together like a couple of puzzle pieces with the one on the immune system cell in the body cell. So every person's body has specific shapes of antigens that identify them, identify that particular cell as one of yours at the cellular level. So they go around checking, right? Here's a T cell. Go around checking. Here's a bunch of different antigens that it's checking for, and this cell, matching up with some of these, and they fit together in a very specific way that says, oh yeah, well this is what it's supposed to be, and you're okay. You're a good guy. And if those cells have the correct set of recognition proteins, it means they are part of you, and the immune system lets them go about their business or whatever. If those cells have the wrong set of recognition proteins, well, that means they are an invader, and the immune system destroys them. So antigens are fundamental to disease, as well as how your body fights disease, which is one of the main reasons we're talking about this first. It's because how you get sick is how you get better in this sort of weird way. Viruses use antigens as gateways into your cells. They essentially have fake IDs that, I better write that down, modeling, right? You're writing this down too. They have fake IDs that trick your cell into letting it in by activating one of the antigens on your cell surface. Coincidentally, the entry point for all species of coronavirus is the ACE2 receptor. So on human cells, we have the ACE2 receptor, and the coronavirus has the matching puzzle piece to open that particular gateway. ACE2 stands for an angiotensin converting enzyme 2. It's an essential regulator of heart function that is expressed in the heart, lung, kidney, and gastrointestinal tract. In addition, it's a functional receptor that acts as an entry point into human lung cells for coronaviruses like SARS and our COVID-19. So needless to say, it's a key topic of interest because it plays a role in how this thing cross-speciates and how it transmits from people to people, and how this one infected cell in your body infects another cell. But this also means that the ACE2 receptor is therefore a promising target for scientists to create medicines that will interrupt the infective mechanisms of the virus. If the antigen on the virus is sort of deactivated, if we destroy that particular puzzle piece or block it in a way, then the virus is deactivated, and it's essentially dead. I mean, viruses aren't really alive, but it's as dead as it could be because now it can't reproduce which is really the only characteristic of life it possesses when it's all by itself out there, besides being organized and complex, of course. So a cell also that has been infected with the virus, it puts up an antigen, a new antigen, right? It's like sending out an SOS, like a white flag asking for help. Except it's more to let the immune system know that it's been compromised. You know, cells don't ask the immune system for help. The immune system just destroys. So it's, you know, using its Hail Mary, its dying action to put up an antigen flag to show the immune system that it's about to become essentially a cellular zombie. And like zombies, you know, they must be destroyed. They're not the people. They're not the cells we once knew and loved. So that is an introduction to how, like, the basics of infection, and we're actually going to look more at you know, the antigens here. We're going to look more at how the immune system specifically targets parts of things, like what antibodies are. This is going to be something that we come back to. So now, save that document with completed and submit it through Canvas to get your points. And there we go. See, that wasn't that hard, was it?